Okay, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good
morning.
Also to the contractors present at the other room. Good morning also. But before we will start, every undertakings, we must first have a prayer to be led by Ma'am Joy. Ma'am Joy.
Lord, Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity. Grant us wisdom, honesty, and fairness as we begin this bidding process. Guide everyone involved to act with integrity and make decisions that serve the common good. May your will be done in all that we do. All of this we ask in your mighty name. Amen.
Okay, for the declaration program, I asked Engineer Picasa to please acknowledge the attendance of our back members.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. Morning. Acknowledge the presence of our back members or persons of the way. Back Chairman, Engineer Roel Gilauder.
Present.
Back Vice Chairman, Attorney Aldin Arquinto. Present. Back Regular Member, Engineer Olomodin Pinsaka. Present. Back Provisional Member, Engineer Marcino Manang. Present, sir. Mrs. Chair, there are 4 out of 5 members are present.
Okay, thank you, Sir Liv. Since 4 out of 5 of the back member are in attendance today, then I declare this scheduled opening of this in quorum. Okay, please acknowledge also the attendance of our back secretariat and back office servers and of course contractors so at the
For back secretariat, secretariat head, AGPD Data. Back secretariat member, Sir Donato Puligon Jr. Engineer CP No Paisa Magdalani.
Present, sir.
Sir Robin G. Lora. Ma'am Harai Ramos.
Present, sir.
Ma'am Marilo Arlas Pepe. Ma'am Flor A. Garcia.
Present, sir.
Sir Dennis Yaon.
Present.
Ma'am Disilvio Naval.
Present, sir.
Sir George Ilcita. Present. Ma'am Amy Joy Pasquil.
Present, sir.
And Ma'am Demi Fitalina.
Present, sir.
For our back to the WG head. I back to the WG head. Ma'am Laurica Macy Antonio.
Present.
Back to the WG member. Engineer Muhammad Salif Rumpak. Engineer Jamira Itantao.
Sir.
Engineer Marjan P. Bansara.
Present, sir.
And Sir Muhammad P. and Engineer David Luya. For contractors, Mamsar Construction and Industrial Corporation, represented by Julius D. Monten. From Alpahar Builders and Enterprises, represented by Ma'am Juliet Marshall. From Asapa Construction, represented by Lalik Baruwa. Macroson Builders and Engineering Services, represented by Sir Gilron Motor. From Alamin Builders, represented by Sir Johari is Ethical. From Gisan Builders, presented by Ma'am Amy Rose Papinggan. From Road Hill Construction and Enterprises Incorporated, presented by Ma'am Juby Urayag. MUD Development Corporation, presented by Mod Hamza Lampin. MUD. From Phil South Developer and Fiat Construction, GB, represented by Jafar D. Punayan. From Ife Alonso Construction Services, Usbari Corporation, and Alamin Builders Joint Venture, represented by Ma'am Natra Motia. That's almost it.
Okay, thank you, Sir Liv. Do we have attendance online? Wala? No? Wala. If none, again, for the back secretariat, back members, and of course, contractors present, again, good morning and welcome to our opening bid for 7 projects, no, for 26 KM 0076 to 80. Then we have 26 KM 0082. And we have also 2 rebid projects, 26 KM 0040 and 26 KM 0054. Okay. So, ang CWA, eligibility ongoing, no? So for information, our eligibility check is still ongoing. And before we will start our opening, I would like to ask Sir George to please read our previous minutes that we can approve. There is no legal error. Okay,
Thank you,
Sir
Mr.
George,
Chair.
go ahead.
Yes. Good morning again, Mr. Chair, and to all the back members, PWG and my fellow back secretariat. So I will be reading now the previous PBID conference for the following contract IDs. We have 26 KM 0076, 26 KM 0077, 26 KM 0078, 26 KM 0080, 26 KM 0082, a rebid, 26 KM 0045, also a rebid. So session highlights and discussion. So the meeting started with a prayer led by our back secretariat member, Joel Pasquil. Back Secretariat Head BBBD Casa acknowledged the attendees of the meeting. Back Chairman Royal A. Lauder then declared that the back is in quorum and the meeting is in session. He informed everyone that the pre-bid conference was called to discuss, clarify, and explain, among other concerns, the eligibility requirements and technical and financial components of the contract to be bid, including questions and clarifications raised by the prospective bidders, contractors, before and during the said conference. BAC Chairman Royal A. Lauder informed everyone that the following contract IDs for pre-bidding. BAC TWG member Muhammad Sadiq Arumpak discussed the following projects to be bid. One, we have 26 KM 0076, the construction, upgrading, and rehabilitation of drainage along Overton Boroon Boundary Road, with a duration of 173 calendar days and with an ADC of 16,475,760 pesos. Second, we have 26 KM 0077, the construction completion of DPWH Iligan City District Engineering Office Building and other facilities, Iligan City, Lanao del Norte, with a duration of 313 calendar days and with an ADC of 19,300,000 pesos. Third, we have 26 KM 0078, the construction of multi-purpose building covered court at Chavez Elementary School, Barangay San Roque, Iligan City, with a duration of 167 calendar days and with an ADC of 6,930,000 pesos. We have 26 KM 0080, the rehabilitation of multi-purpose building Barangay Villaverde, Iligan City, with a duration of 126 calendar days and with an ABC of 4,950,000 pesos. Next, we have 26 KM 0082, the rehabilitation and reconstruction upgrading of damaged paved roads along Misamis Oriental, Maracusina Boundary Road, with a duration of 237 calendar days and with an ABC of 30,524,060 pesos only. Next, we have 26 KM 0040, a rebid, construction of multi-purpose building Purok Mabination, Barangay Umbaldo Laya, Iligan City, Lanao del Norte, with a duration of 177 calendar days and with an ABC of 4,950,000 pesos. Last, we have 26 KM 0054, a rebid project. We have the construction of water supply system, retransmission line of Iligan City, waterworks system, Iligan City, with a duration of 384 calendar days, and with an ABC of 144,750,000 pesos. Back to the WG member Muhammad Salik Arumpak discussed the eligibility requirements for the legal and technical documents. Back to the WG member Muhammad Salik Arumpak discussed also the requirements for technical and financial. Back to the WG member Muhammad Salik Arumpak discussed the criteria for the evaluation of bids. He mentioned that the financial components of the bids of each pass to be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections or computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The BAC shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The mode of evaluating bids will be based on lowest calculated bid, and the following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. Number one, we have the completeness, no price in required item, non-complying, indicating a zero or a dash if it is free to the GOP. All prices are deemed to include all taxes, bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ shall be considered non-responsive. Second, we have the arithmetical corrections, bid prices in figures versus words, words prevail, total price versus actual sum of component items, actual sum prevails, unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ, BOQ prevails. Number three, we have if the above ABC means non-complying. PAC-DWG member Muhammad Salik Arumpak discussed the criteria to the conduct of post-qualification. And he mentioned that the post-qualification includes the verification for legal and technical requirements. PAC-DWG member Muhammad Salik Arumpak discussed the awarding of the contract. He mentioned that the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidders shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 2 days upon receipt thereof. Batch Chairman Ruel Ilogan opened the virtual floor for questions or clarifications from the participating contractors and the BAC members. And BAC Chairman Ruel Ilogan announced to the contractors that to always check for possible bid bulletin or supplemental bid bulletin that may be issued for the changes or updates to the pay items, quantities, or duration of the posted projects. There were no other matters discussed. BAC member Olomodin Sata moved for the adjournment of the meeting and seconded by our BAC provisional member Muhammad Hussein Omanan. BAC Chairman Ruel A. Lauder adjourned the PBID conference at exactly 10:07 a.m. in the morning. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Sir George. Any comments or corrections in regards to our previous minutes read by Sir George? None. Then who wants to move for the approval?
I move to approve the minutes as read without correction, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Attorney Sir Manan. Been moved by Attorney Quinto and seconded by Sir Manan. Then our previous minutes are said without any corrections will be approved. Okay, take note, Secretariat. Okay, thank you. Before we will proceed with the opening, any result from our eligibility check from CWA? Not yet. We will just announce it later. In case the result is already available, okay? So, how about online submission? Bid? Or if none, then we'll proceed with the opening. No. submitted physically, okay? 26 KM 0040, we have two videos, MAD Development and Asaka Construction. Secretariat, please open the technical envelope of MAD Development. May I request for the Quinto, have the reading and to be cross-checked by Engineer Manan. Technical.
40.
Original. Original copy.
Technical component of MUB Development Corporation for 26 KM 0040. Certificate, Skills registration, platinum membership. Valid until September 16, 2023. Certificate of incorporation. MED is a corporation. Wala din for you. Statement of ongoing government and private construction contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, signed. SLCC, signed. Regular contractors license, MED Development Corporation is a corporation with registration particulars. Validity is until August 5, 2028. Validity period of this license renewal is until August 5, 2026. Good na. Bill securing declaration, signed and notarized. Contractors organizational chart for the contract, signed, list, and system. Wala pa. Things to move. Contractors organizational chart for the contract, signed, list of key personnel proposed to be assigned to the contract, signed. List of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract, supported by certification for availability. Signed. Omnibus form statement. 11 items signed and notarized. Audited financial statement. Filed last April 8, 2026. Joint venture agreement not applicable. NFCC signed. General information sheet. Affidavit of site inspection, equipment during schedule, equipment as per, control state, equipment. Okay, mana? I see. Pass. Next. Technical. Technical component of Asapa construction for 26K 014. Certificate of business registration, platinum membership, valid until February 6, 7. List of eligibility documents with a certificate valid until January 14, 2031. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance valid until April 8, 2027. Audited financial statement. Date filing March 1, 2026. Pickup license valid until June 8, 2027. Asapa Construction is a sole proprietorship. List of all ongoing government, private construction contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, signed. Statement of bidders, single largest completed contracts, similar to the contracts to be bid, signed. NFCC, signed. JV, not applicable. JS, applicable. Bid securing declaration, signed and notarized. Contractors organizational chart for the contract, signed. Contractor certification and key personnel for the contract, signed. List of equipment owned or leased and or under purchase agreement, signed. ISO, not applicable. Only sworn statement. 11 items signed and notarized. Pass. Pass. Financial.
Okay, before we will continue, I'd like to acknowledge, our auditor, Ma'am Eunice Idubia, Vice President of Life. Ma'am Eunice, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. Salamat, sir.
Morning, Ma'am Eunice, and also nagkaroon na si Sir Dinis Yao, nasa Sir Dinis. Okay, welcome back, Sir Dinis. Okay, this music, financial. Community development.
Financial statement of MED Development Corporation for 26K and 040 the bid. Bid form, signed. Bid of quantities. Signed. Detailed cost estimate. Signed. Cash flow by quarter and payment schedule, signed. Pass. With a bid amount of 4,903,585 pesos and 99 centavos. I repeat, 4,903,585 pesos and 99 centavos with no discount offered. 4,903,585.99. Tapos.
Financial bid of Asafa.
Financial component of Asaka Construction for 26K and 0040 rebid. Bid form. Signed. Bid of quantities. Signed. Detailed estimate. Nine, wala. Cash flow by quarter, payment schedule signed. Pass. With a big amount of 4,925,250 pesos only. I repeat, 4,925,250 pesos only with no discount offered. 4,925,250.00. That's it, Mr. Fair.
Okay, thank you, attorney. Okay, the reading of contract ID 26KM0040, which is a debit contract. We have two bidders, Emily Development and Asapa Construction. Okay, for information, it's been undergo with our bid evaluation process, post qualification process. Okay. Let's us continue with the next contract ID. It's also a bid project. 26KM0054. We have three bidders. Ha?
Joint venture. So,
Isa na bangsa.
I dili, ikan siya sa tanggatan sa attendant. With the tulong sa legbook. Wala niya na.
Kahit ito nga rin.
Dari na yung ating wala niya nagigit.
Last quarter, last week mo. We have two bidders.
Oh. Okay, first part. Dito man yung
Kaya
hindi mo siya pa-import for bullet mo. Ano ang yung bidders dyan? Amen. Bidders, tapos is something sa FPL to Kubari at yung substitute yeah, sa mga
Same to same 70.
okay,
One.
please proceed. If you can.
Kailangan nyo ang surveillance na ito.
Wala dito yung gawa. Wala mo na
Mag-search ko sila.
Okay. Text na lang sa
Original technical component. So, skills about developer and enterprises. Slash PS Construction Services Joint Venture. For contract ID 26KM0064, repeat. Certificate of Registered Registration, Platinum Membership, for Field South Developer and Enterprise Executive. Disability documents, data certificate, valid until December 2, 2027. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance valid until February 3, 2027. Audited financial statement date of filing April 8, 2026. Liquor license valid until October 9, 2026. Certificate of legal registration for platinum membership for PF Construction Services. Valid until June 2, 2027. DEO certificate valid until June 29, 2029. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance valid until January 20, 2027. Audited financial statement date of filing April 13, 2026. Legal license valid until February 6, 2027. Special contractor's license SL1-SN-22730. Is a special license number valid until June 9, 2027.
Provide na kayo mo for the
Wala lang. List of ongoing government and private construction contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Signed. Statement of single largest completed contract, LCC. Signed. NFCC. Signed. NFCC for Fiat. Signed. Joint venture agreement. Signed and notarized. And bid securing declaration. Signed and notarized. Contractor's key personnel will be assigned to the contract with the qualification data signed. List of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract, supported by certifications of availability. Signed and notarized. Minimum material testing equipment requirements for the party to assign the contract. Signed. ISO certificate. Okay. Signed by quality director. ISO certificate for the South Developer Enterprises as an ISO certificate. PF Concerning Services and ISO certificate. Omnibus sworn statement. Signed and notarized. 11 items. Wala pa. Wala yung conservation. Wala. Pretty fast. Next.
technical envelope of the alumni plus barring and admin venture.
Technical components of FP Alonto Construction Services / Rosebuddy Corporation / Alamin Builders JV for the contract ID 26KM 0054 3B. FP Alonto Construction Services Certificate of Registration Platinum Membership. List of eligibility documents, it is certificate valid until May 8, 2029, years permit, valid until December 31, 2026, tax clearance, valid until October 15, 2026, audited financial statement, date of filing April 6, 2026, pickup license, valid until September 11, 2026. Rosebuddy Corporation, certificate of registration, platinum membership, valid until May 23, 2027. Corporation. SEC certificate, registration date October 10, 2023, mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2026, tax clearance, valid until February 3, 2027, the financial statement. What date of filing, March 20, 2026, pickup license, valid until January 4, 2027. Alamin Builders, certificate of registration, platinum membership, valid until June 3, 2027. List of eligibility documents, CTS certificate, valid until March 9, 2027, mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance, valid until December 15, 2026. Audited financial statement, date of filing March 25, 2026, pickup license, valid until January 14, 2028. Special contractor's license, SL1-SN-85679 for the JV of Equivalent Contract Services, Rosebuddy Corporation, Alamin Builders. The JV is valid until July 24, 2027. Joint venture agreement signed and notarized. List of ongoing government and private construction contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Signed. Statement of single largest completed contract, LCC, similar to the contract WB. Signed. NFCC or FP Alonto, which is signed. NFCC, Rosebuddy, signed. NFCC for Alamin Builders, signed. NFCC, general information sheet for Rosebuddy Corporation. Bid securing declaration. Signed and notarized. Contractors organization on chart for the contract. Signed. List of contractors, key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their qualification data. Signed. List of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract, supported by certifications of availability. Signed. Minimum materials testing equipment requirements for the project to be assigned to the contract. Signed. ISO certification for FP Alonto Construction Services. ISO certification for Alamin Builders. Bid securing declaration, omnibus sworn statement. 11 items signed and notarized. What's the taxation?
What's it with the applications? Was very good. I don't know.
Na, yun.
About GIS or is well.
JS is present. There it is. 11 items for the omnibus sworn statement signed and notarized. Pass. Financial, please.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair, may I excuse first, would like to assist, Engineer Arupa for the CWA processing for JB, for the package with JB.
Okay, Sir Panan, your request is kailangan ito. The request, Sir Olo, I must have the cross check about the subject.
But
Okay, thank you.
Senator Chavez.
On some picture lang po, sir. Agreement.
Good morning. Agreement. Alright. The on 28 and then respectively. Okay, please proceed with the financial bid of Philsound.
Financial component for the JV of the self-developer enterprise and enterprises slash Fiat Construction Services. Bid form. Time. Summary bid price. Time. Detailed estimate. Time. Summary of rates and unit prices. Sign and cash flow by quarter sign.
End of quantity.
Bill of quantities. Bill of quantities. Bill of quantities.
Pass.
With a bid amount of 144,622,002 pesos and 85 centavos. I repeat, 144,622,002 pesos and 85 centavos. 144,622,002.85.
No
Next.
discount.
No discount offer.
financial component of the joint venture of FP Alonso Construction Services to the Corporation and Alamin Builders for contract ID 26KN 0054 the bid. Bid form, signed, summer bid prices, signed, bid of quantities, signed, detailed estimate, signed, summer appraised and unit prices, signed, cash flow reporter, signed. With a bid amount of 144,644,115 pesos and 85 centavos. I repeat, 144,644,115 pesos and 85 centavos with no discount offered. 144,644,115.85. That's it for the share.
Thank you, Attorney. Again, the reading of contract ID 26KN 0054, it's a rebid project. We have two bidders, South Development and Fiat Construction joint venture, and FP Alonso, Cosbari, and Amin Builders joint ventures. For information again, still this will be subject for our bid evaluation process and post qualification process for the final termination of our LCRB. Okay. So please proceed with the next contract ID 26KM 0076. Yung loan bidder, Mamsat, technical component of Mamsat.
Technical component of Mamstar Construction and Industrial Corporation for contract ID 26KM 0076. Certificate of Field Use Registration, Platinum Membership, valid until January 8, 2027. List of eligibility documents, SSC certificate, registration date February 21, 1986. Mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance, valid until April 13, 2027. Audited financial statement, date filing March 31, 2026. Pickup license valid until November 26, 2026. Mamstar Construction and Industrial Corporation, Fifth State Corporation. SEC registration. Statement of all ongoing government and private construction contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. SLCC, fine. NFCC, signed. Joint venture agreement, not applicable. GIS of Mamstar. For an affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership, signed and notarized. bid securing declaration, signed and notarized, on-site construction and so on. Organizational chart, signed, conductor certification and key personnel for the contract, signed, list of equipment, list of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment, needs to be assigned to the contract, supported by certifications of availability. SAR Construction and Industrial Corporation is ISO certified. Omnibus warrant statement, 11 items signed and notarized. Plus.
Financial. Envelope of Mansard.
Financial component of Comstar Construction and Industrial Corporation for 26 KM 0076. We form signed. Bill of quantities signed. Detailed estimate. Signed. Cash flow reporter signed. Plus. With a bill amount of 16,293,370 pesos and 24 centavos. I repeat, 16,293,370 pesos and 24 centavos with no discount offered. 16,293,370.24. That's it, Mr. Chair.
Okay, you. Anything to? The result of contract ID 26KN 0076, we have a loan bidder, Mansard, Construction and Industrial Corporation, again, still this is subject for our bid valuation of the qualification process. Okay, so let's now proceed to the next contract ID, it's KN 0077. No bidder.
No bidder.
Sa may petition, sorry. No one submitted for this contract ID, no bidder for state of secretariat, no bidder for contract ID 77. So let's now proceed with contract ID 78. APA, the NASAPA, let's open the technical bid. Look at envelope. Open. Morning, Mangsa. Before we will continue, I would like to announce the result, of the GDP check. For contract ID 26K and 0076. Because for the Bangsar, Lomidida. Profile. For the legal aspect, Mamsar, pass. And with regards to the technical and financial aspects, FCC, SLCC pass. But pickup registration, particulars is not valid. It's not valid. Ikaw na, no? Balik nun. 26. But the attached station date. Ano ba yung station particulars? But the attached pickup license of Mamsar. The station particulars already updated June 25, 2026 to June 30, 2029. Okay.
That's just advice from Sal.
Ma'am Sam, please update your technical as technical pickup station technical aspects pickup registration. Please update in the CWA application sa central. Take note, please take note, Ma'am Sam. Okay, please proceed. Oh, sorry. We have railway eligibility for contract ID 26KM 0078. We have two bidders, Alfahad and Asafa. With regards to legal aspects, both contractors pass. With regards to the technical and financial aspects. Still, both contractors pass. And for contract ID 26KM 0080. We have three contractors. For the legal aspects, we have Al-Amin, Jisan, and Batruson. All contractors pass the legal aspects. And with regards to the technical, Al-Amin pass. Jisan Builders also pass, and Batruson Builders also pass. That's all for the delivery check in the CWA. Yeah, passing out from one user. Okay, so please proceed to tell me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Technical component of Alpha Builders and Enterprises for 26KM 0078. Certificate of Business Registration, Platinum Membership, valid until June 3, 2027. DTI certificate valid until March 15, 2030. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2023. Tax clearance valid until March 12, 2027. Audited financial statement dated filing February 2, 2026. Pickup license valid until February 22, 2028. Alpha Builders and Enterprises is the sole proprietorship. Statement of ongoing government private projects signed. SLCC signed. NFCC computation signed. With securing declaration signed and notarized. Organizational chart signed.
List and qualification of key personnel to be assigned to a contract, signed. Lease and equipment owned or leased and or under purchase agreements pledged to the proposed contract. Signed. ISO certification and applicable. Omnibus form statement signed and notarized, 11 items. Okay. Okay. Next, Sapa Construction Technical. Technical component of Asapa Construction for 26 AM 0078. Certificate of Indian Registration, Platinum Membership, valid until February 6, 2027. List of eligibility documents. With certificate, valid until January 14, 2031. Mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance, valid until April 8, 2027. Valid financial statement, date of filing, March 1, 2026. Pickup license, valid until June 8, 2027. Asapa Construction is a sole proprietorship. List of ongoing government, private construction contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, signed. SLCC, signed. NCC, signed. Baby, not applicable, BIS, not applicable. Base securing declaration. Signed and notarized. Contractors organization on chart for the contract, signed. Contractor certification of personnel for the contract, signed. List of equipment owned or leased and or under purchase agreement, signed. ISO and applicable omnibus form statement, 11 items signed and notarized. Pass. Financial or Pahad. Number component of Alpahad Builders and Enterprises for 26K and 008. Inform signed bill of quantities. Signed detailed cost estimates. Signed summary sheet of labor rate, equipment rentals and material prices. Signed cash flow by quarter and payment schedule, signed. Pass. With a bill amount of 6,874,569 and 83 pesos only. 83 centavos. I repeat, 6,874,569 pesos and 83 centavos only, with no discount offered. 6,874,569.83. Next, financial.
Financial, apa?
Financial component of Asapa Construction for 26K10078. Bid form, signed. Bill of quantities, signed.
detailed estimate, signed, cash flow by quarter and given schedule signed.
Person.
With a bid amount of 6,860,700 pesos only. I repeat, 6,860,700 pesos only with no discount offered. 6,860,700.00. I think that's it.
That's all. Thank you, Attorney. Again, the result of contract ID 26KM 7778. We have Alpha Builders and Asaka Construction. But still, this will subject for our DPWH and post-qualification processes. Okay. So we'll start proceed with the next contract ID. 26KM 0023. Isa, no?
Technical component of Quantum Builders and Engineering Services for 26KM 0080. Which certificate of business registration, cabinet membership. On November 6, 2026. List of eligibility documents, detailed certificates valid until November 26, 2027. Mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance, valid until October 7, 2026. According to financial statements. Date of filing, March 10, 2026. Speaker license, valid until December 21, 2026. Matrosan Builders and Engineering Services is a sole proprietorship. Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts signed. SLCC signed. NFCC computation signed. Bid declaration signed and notarized. Contractors organizational chart signed. List and qualification of key personnel to be assigned to the contract signed. List of equipment owned or leased and or under purchase agreements. Pledge the proposed contract. Signed. Certificate of availability of contracting equipment signed and notarized. ISO certification not applicable. Omnibus one statement, 11 items signed and notarized.
Pass.
Aku dipaksa untuk ambil. Technical component of Al-Amin Builders for 26KM 0080. Certificate of legit registration, starting membership, valid until June 3, 2027. List of eligibility documents, detailed certificate, valid until March 9, 2027. Mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance, valid until December 15, 2026. Audited financial statement, Date of filing, March 25, 2026. Pick up license valid until January 14, 2028. Alamin Builders is a sole proprietorship. Thank you. Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. Signed. SLCT signed. Computation of NFTC signed. Sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership signed. Securing declaration signed and notarized. Contractors organizational chart for the contract signed. Contractor certification of key personnel for the contract signed. List of contractor equipment pledge for contract. Signed. Certificate of availability of construction equipment signed. Certificate of availability of construction minimum material testing apparatus signed. Omnibus sworn affidavit. 11 items signed and notarized.
Pass.
Next, design.
Next, Jisan, technical envelope, Jisan.
Technical component of design builders for 26 KM 0080. Certificate of Philips registration, platinum membership, valid until July 1, 2027. List of eligibility documents, detailed certificate, valid until July 20, 2027. Mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2026. Tax clearance, valid until June 29, 2027. Audited financial statement. Date of filing, May 25, 2026. Pick up license, valid until August 6, 2027. Design Builders is a sole proprietorship. List of all ongoing government and private construction contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, signed. SLCC signed. NFCC signed. Securing declaration signed and notarized. Contractors organization in charge for the contract signed. Contractors key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their qualification data signed. List of contractors major construction and laboratory equipment to be assigned to the contract supported by certification of availability signed. Certificate of availability of construction equipment signed. ISO certification and applicable. Omnibus sworn statement, 11 items signed and notarized. Sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership, sole proprietorship, signed and notarized.
Pass.
Financial. Materials. Financial component of Materials and Builders and Engineering Services. 26 KM 0032. Bid form signed. Bill of quantities. Signed. Sum of good prices, signed. Detailed cost estimate. Signed. Sum of sheet of labor rates, equipment rentals, and material prices, signed. Cash flow by quarter and payment schedule, signed. First, with a bid amount of 4,900,471 pesos and 44 centavos with no discount offered. I repeat, 4,900,471 pesos and 44 centavos only with no discount offered. 4,900,471.44. And
Financial. Ayan.
financial component of Alaming Builders for 26 PM 0080. Bid form signed. Summer bid prices signed. Bill of quantities signed. Detailed estimates signed. Cash flow by quarter and payment schedule signed. Plus, the bid amount of 4,894,530 pesos and 52 centavos. I repeat, 4,894,530 pesos and 52 centavos. 4,894,530.52. And this can financial component of different builders for 26 PM 0080. Bill form signed. Stamp bill prices signed. Bill of quantities signed. Detailed estimate signed. Summary sheet of labor rates, equipment rentals, and material prices signed. And cash flow by quarter signed. Was with a bill amount of 4,911,521 pesos and 59 centavos. I repeat, 4,911,521 pesos and 59 centavos with no discount offered. 4,911,521.59. That's it, Sir Chair.
Thank you, attorney.
The
Validity.
to go to relief.
Okay. Granted. The reading of contract ID 26PM 0080 has been completed. We have 3 bidders, Matt Ruson, Alamin, and San. Again, for information, still this is subject for our with evaluation and post qualification process. Okay, so please proceed to the last contact ID 26PM 0082. Road Hill. Yan po, Long Biga. Road Hill.
Ay, natulog na ako. So, proceed with the examination of the original eligibility and technical component for Rodeo Construction and Enterprises for 26 AM 008. So, certificate of field registration, platinum membership with expiry date November 11, 2026. SAC certificate, mayor's permit, expiration December 31, 2026, tax clearance, expiration December 20, 2026, audited financial statement of, and then pickup license, expiration April 4, 2027. Rodeo Construction and Enterprises is a corporation. Corporation.
Oh.
Validity, this is April 4, 2027. List of all ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Signed. SLCC signed. NFCC signed. That's Iligan. Certified through country. Latest general information sheet from SEC. We are certified through. Yeah, bid securing declaration signed and notarized. Organizational chart for the contract signed. List of contractors, key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their qualification data signed. List of contractors, construction and laboratory equipment units to be assigned to the contract supported by certifications of availability signed. Certificate availability of construction equipment, ISO 9000 2015, ISO 2015 certificate. Certified through copy omnibus form statement. Then 11, signed and notarized. Yes. SAS. We have the financial controller. Mr. Chair. Reading for the technical.
Okay, let's proceed with the financial.
Wala, hindi nga ako na.
Let's proceed.
So let's proceed with the financial component of Rodeo Construction and Enterprises Incorporated for 26 TM 0082. Bid form signed. Bill of quantities signed. Detailed estimates signed. Summary sheet. sign, and cash flow by quarter sign. Pass with a bid amount of 30,218,692 pesos and 48 centavos. I repeat, 30,218,692 pesos and 48 centavos with no discount offering. 30,218,692.48. That's all, sir.
Okay, thank you, Lenormanan. Again, so, the reading of contact ID 26 KM 0080 has been completed. And we have a long leader with the construction and enterprises. But still this is subject for our evaluation and post qualification process. Before I will end, I would like to announce first the result of eligibility check in the CWA. For contact ID 26 PM 0040, we have two bidders, Asafa and INUD. MAD Development, both passed the legal aspects and both passed the technical and financial aspects. And for contract ID 26 KM 0054, we have first joint venture of Fiat and Phil South, passed in the legal aspects. And GB for Al-Amin, FP Alonto, and Cosbari also passed in the legal aspects. For the technical and financial aspects, for the Fiat and Phil South GB, Fiat Construction Services, pickup registration particulars is not valid. So, I took ERP, not valid. So that's all. And for Al-Amin, FP Alonto, and Cosbari Corporation, passed the joint venture, passed the technical and financial aspect. Okay? That's all for today's opening bid. Any questions, clarifications? Dito? Okay, na-typical problem sa ito ang CWA, ang dito wala na process. Okay na, okay?
Sir, Mr. Chair, Phil South, open ba?
Okay, ang Philsouth po.
Verify naman sa
Cosbari, Fiat lang. Philsouth, okay.
verify naman ang pickup.
Pero ang GB. Paano sila? GB sila sa Fiat. Philsouth. Philsouth, part ang pickup sa Fiat. GB mo sila. Okay. So, no more questions.
Welcome sa remarks. Ito.
Okay. Contractors, questions? None, na lang. 11:42 na. If none, then back numbers. Any motion for the adjournment of this opening of bid?
I move to adjourn this opening, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Has been moved by Attorney Quinto, seconded by General Sata, and I declare this bid opening adjourned. Okay, thank you everyone for your attendance. Thank you also. Thank you, ma'am.